Hello all my cooking warriors out there. So my name is Donna Federico Ramirez. I just created this YouTube account, and I'm getting I need to learn more about how to post on here. And my kitchen is quite small, so once this pandemic is over, I will probably get more tools so that I'll be able to do better things for you guys. But my passion is cooking. I love to cook. I know how to make meals, quarantine meals out of food that I have in the fridge. Almost everything that I have here, I've had in this house since before March. So what I'm gonna do is show you how to make a quick marinara sauce. So instead of going to the store and buying yourself a jar of stuffed sauce that's already made and you don't know what the hell is in it, go buy yourself 1 can of crushed tomatoes. My favorite brands are Pastine, Cento, Tutto Rosso, Renzi. But let's say you don't see any of those brands, get any crushed tomatoes, okay? Tomatoes are tomatoes. And for a quick marinara sauce, you can make in 30 minutes. You're just gonna get yourself a small pan like this pan right here. I already did it because I couldn't, it would take too much time. So inside here, I have my garlic, which I buy garlic, fresh garlic, already peeled. Make sure you get it from the United States, because lots of garlic that they sell at Market Basket is from China. Please do not buy that. So you're gonna get your garlic, put it in a little food processor or one of your little food choppers, and chop, biz, 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 biz. Take it out, put it inside a nice relish jar or any nice jar, any jars. I save all kinds of jars because you always could use them for your salad dressings. So put the garlic in the jar, add some canola oil. Sometimes I put a little bit of olive oil and I mix it up. And then you always have this ready and available for you when you want to cook in your fridge. It lasts forever, okay? So I put about 2 tablespoons of my own fresh crushed garlic in the pan, okay? With a little bit more of olive oil. I just added a little bit more of olive oil, okay? If I was going to be making a regular gravy, I wouldn't add too much olive oil because I would be sauteing pork and sausages and beef and everything, so you don't need to add so much fat. So 2 tablespoons of olive oil isn't a lot. So you put that in, let your garlic just, get translucent. Throw in your can of tomatoes. Boom. Then you're gonna get about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. I put 2 tablespoons of dry basil in this because I love my taste of basil, because the only taste you're gonna get in here is your basil. A nice basil marinara sauce. So 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of dry basil. If you have fresh basil, of course, you're gonna put that in at the very end. When you turn your flame off, you always put your fresh herbs in, or else they turn kind of black if you put them in now. And that's it, my loves. And you're gonna put about a quarter of a can of water, and that's it. There you got a sauce that you don't have to go buy those ugly, disgusting jars. All right? Oh, and granted, I know there are sauces out there. I've seen nice sauces too that I get sometimes at Marshall's, Home Goods. As long as they're like imported from Italy. Once I tried it when I was making my eggplant pizzas, and I just didn't want to make a sauce, and it was delicious. But hey, for $1.50, that's all you need. Basil and dry basil and garlic and oil. And it's yours, delicious. Okay, so there's the sauce. Then I had an eggplant. I've had the eggplants in my fridge for 2 weeks. If I didn't cook it today, it was gonna go in the garbage. So I already fried a bunch, but I'm gonna show you how I do it. I saved some for you. So here it is. Now I'm making eggplant parmesan. You don't have to make eggplant parmesan. So you get your eggplants, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. I just turned the heat on. And these fried eggplants you could eat as a side dish with the meat, with a piece of steak. You could take these beautiful babies and you could layer them up. Put one on a dish, and then put a layer of a nice buffalo mozzarella cheese, then put another layer of eggplant, then put a layer of basil. On the top, you could top it off with your marinara, or you could put pesto. Those are called eggplant towers. But there's a number of things you could do with nice fried eggplant. You could just eat it like this. Delicious. I love fried eggplant just like that. So, a number of things you could do with fried eggplant. besides making parmesan. And then eggplant parmesan is just your marinara, your eggplant, some shredded mozzarella. Okay? Oh, and with my leftover sauce that I made on Easter, on my Facebook, oh, I also have a Facebook page if any of you want to follow me. Donna Federico Ramirez. I made a pink sauce. So I got some of my leftover red gravy, added some vodka, and added some cream, and made a pink sauce, a vodka sauce. Okay, so here's my eggplant. It's in the beaten egg, a little bit of beaten egg and water, okay? And a little bit of black pepper. So I'm gonna dip it now with my breadcrumb, and I'm gonna fry. Okay? Very simple. It's not rocket science. It's better to cook fresh and eat fresh than buying stuff that you don't know what they're doing with and how many hands are touching it when they're doing it, right? Especially in this terrible time that we're in. I'm praying to God that we have maybe another month left of the badness. I know it's gonna be a while before we're all back to normal, but I'm hoping by the end of May that things are better. All right, so there's the fried eggplant in the oil. And believe me, see these breadcrumbs, guys? I won't throw those away. I'll put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. You have to put them in the freezer because there's egg in there. You can't just leave them out or put them in the fridge. Put them in the freezer. And whenever you have to make something, you ran out of breadcrumbs, which happens, you have these, okay? So don't throw them out. Okay, so I don't know if on YouTube you guys could like say what you would like to see me make, because I know how to make everything. Old school, old recipes from your grandma. I'm Italian, of course, you know that. So any type of Italian dishes that you haven't had or if you would like to see me make, I guess shoot me a message, I guess. And I'm gonna try. Right now it's a little difficult for me because I don't have all the ingredients, and believe me, I'm not going out. So everything that I've been making so far is stuff I have in the house. So see how nice these just got? See? That's it. You fry them a couple of minutes each side. That's it. And when I have to make tons of eggplant, like when I make cater for a party, which I haven't done in a while, I get my big skillet out and I do a whole bunch at a time. Brown each side, that's it. You're gonna bake them in the oven anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like these are done right now. Perfect, done. Let me scoop them out. Okay. That's it. Tonight on Facebook, I'm making a cream of broccoli chicken soup with leftover soup that I had in the freezer. Look, this is the leftover chicken soup, and I'm gonna add it to the pot, and then add more stock, of course, and then some broccoli and wild rice and half. I'm gonna be doing that at 6 o'clock tonight on Facebook if you guys would like to see it. Okay. So now, first thing you do, get a little pan. I'm only doing this square little pan because that wasn't much eggplant. I've been eating half of it. So you're just gonna get some of your tomato sauce. And you're gonna put it on. I better move this pan or else I'm gonna burn my hand. Let me just move that pan. We were strangers in the night. Okay, so you just put a tiny bit of sauce on the bottom, okay? And you cook, like I said before, I mentioned 30 minutes, cook that sauce, that's all. Okay, 1 layer of sauce on the bottom, then you get your fried eggplants, put a layer of fried eggplant. My favorite thing, eggplant, I don't like to eat it when it's hot, when it comes out of the oven. I like to eat it room temperature or cold. And I like it in a nice sandwich with Italian bread a little bit of eggplant, and I like to eat it cold. I just like the way it tastes better. Okay, so there it is. One layer. Now you're gonna get your mozzarella cheese. So this mozzarella cheese, I had a half of a pound of cheese that I was supposed to use once for something. I didn't need all of it. I put it in the freezer, and I just grated this on my grater myself. So grating it yourself, you get more out of it. When you buy it grated, they say there's like potato starch and stuff in it. But yeah, have I used it? Of course, I've used it many, many, many times. So do whatever is easy for you. Do whatever you have. You could, you know, do anything you want. It's your kitchen. Do whatever you want. Okay, so this is the sauce. Goes on now on top of the cheese. And we're going to do another nice layer. And then once you finish up this layer, always chop it off with your gravy on top. And then you go ahead and bake it in your oven, 350 degrees, maybe like 45 minutes. And then take it out of the oven and then top it off with some mozzarella on the top. So then it just looks pretty. All right, so there it is, 2 nice layers. I don't like more than 2 layers of eggplant. I don't like it really thick. A lot of people like thick, I like thin. So there's the second layer, look. So I'm gonna put more mozzarella. Then also, you know what you could do with the eggplants too when they're fried, which I didn't mention. So you get your fried eggplant, but what I'm gonna tell you to do to make a rollatini, instead of slicing them round, I would slice the eggplant long. After your rollatini's all cooked, get a little dollop of ricotta. You can mix the ricotta with an egg and some parsley and some cheese if you want, or you could just put the plain ricotta. And then roll it up, seam side down, put some marinara sauce on the top, put some mozzarella cheese on the top, and you have rollatinis, and put them in the oven and bake them. So there's so many things you could do with these little babies of eggplant. And eggplant is really like an inexpensive vegetable too. And when you buy eggplant, always buy your eggplant. This is how you buy a good eggplant. How do you know what's a good eggplant? When you look at an eggplant, you have to make sure you look at it and there's no blemishes on it. No dents or no anything on it. And you have to feel it and make sure it's firm. If it's soggy or dented, don't buy it. You want to make it nice, firm, hard eggplant. That's why this eggplant that I use right now, I had it for over 2 weeks. I kept it first out on the counter. Then I said I just wasn't in the mood to cook. I put it in the fridge. It would have never lasted almost 3 weeks in the fridge if it was a soggy to begin with. So you buy a nice hard, firm, and long. Don't buy those fat ones because the fat ones have too much seeds. I always go for like the long ones. I think the longer and the firmer, maybe those are the male ones, and they don't have many seeds. The ones with the big fat bellies have a lot of seeds. That's where the seeds are. But let's say sometimes when I went to the store and that's all they had, hey, then I buy them. But when you have a choice to pick the long, firm, hard ones. All right, my loves? Okay, so this is going to be a beautiful eggplant parmesan, I could tell already. Okay. And voila. And how long did that take, really? It doesn't take long at all. And there it is. Eggplant parmesan. You make it yourself. It's nice and fresh. Bake it. You could have it on a side dish with a piece of meat, a piece of chicken. You could have it on a sandwich. You could have it with a nice bowl of pasta, and you still have a lot of gravy left. Now, if you wanted to make a vodka sauce out of this sauce, you add about... With the rest of the can, like say for this just one can, I would do 1/4 cup of vodka, put it in, let it come to a simmer, and simmer it for about 5 minutes, and then add about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of heavy cream. If you don't have heavy cream, add half and half. If you don't have half and half, add some milk, just to make it lighter and pink. And that's a pink sauce, a pink vodka sauce that you could do with that same 1 can of tomatoes that you bought for $1.50. And sometimes you get them cheaper. All right, my loves. Okay, I'll be on again when I learn more about how to use YouTube. But follow me, I guess, like me, share me, do whatever you could do to help me. Follow me on Facebook because I do Facebook Lives. So tonight I am going to do a Facebook Live at 6 o'clock. So I would love to see some new people. Okay? Thank you. Ciao. Mwah.